So I've been at this park for, maybe 2 hours, and look who showed up. Look who showed up. It's not the first time this happened. I've come to a park and the police officers have showed up. Go fuck yourself! And the police gay cops have shown up. Go fuck yourself! Go fuck yourself! Go fuck yourself! Go fuck yourself! Gay ass cockroach. Worthless ass rapist. Ugh. Look at that shit. What a freaking rapist. Stalking, rape, then he needs community support. Or what do you call that? Socialism. So antagonize the good guy with socialism. That's this officer. This is how you antagonize people. Antagonize somebody with socialism. This dude's harassing me. Stalking, harassment. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Stalking, harassment, and then pretending to be innocent. Somebody doesn't like me enjoying the time I have here and wants to turn a good time I spent here, into a bad time. By seeing something you know you don't like to see. And he's gonna lie and say it's routine. It's a routine habit for him to stop by the parks. But it shouldn't be routine for me to see police officers at a random small parks that I may go to. It's antagonized. He thinks they can escape gravity by lying and saying what we're doing is just simply routine and it's nothing distinct. And you do that about seeing a police officer everywhere you go. You do it by using a large number of people so that it doesn't look like stalking. It doesn't look like the same person stalking you. It's just the same group of people stalking you. And then play stupid. Play stupid. Turn him out to be the bad guy when you're really the one antagonizing him by showing up wherever he goes. He's asked several times for that to stop happening. And for some reason people think what he asked for isn't valid, isn't valid. You can't request to not see police officers everywhere you go. You can't enjoy the afternoon, look at the trees, look at the plants, look at the grass, and think about physics as you walk through the fields without seeing a police officer arrive to the place you wanted to go to. So I'm trying my best to think about a way to live as long as the nature I see around me. And the only way to do that is with gravity's help. So that officer chose to invade that sanctuary, the sanctuary I have, the sanctuary I feel like I have here. So he thought whatever psychology I have about being far from antagonism or far from anything I don't like, he just proved that it is very easy to invade that person's space. So this space I found, the officer just showed you and then lied to escape gravity, or in pretending, used acting to escape gravity. Well, escape the pattern, well, the view that he's stalking somebody or participating in group stalking by laughing, joking, socializing with the nearby person who's also in the gay community, and then trying to make the person who told him to go fuck himself look like the bad guy. But I'm not the bad guy. Everyone knows this space is a sanctuary, and people are supposed to have a good time when they, well, to escape their troubles when they come here. And that officer decided to bring one of the things that troubles me here into this space. So he thinks he's smart. That officer, whoever he was, thinks he was very freaking smart. And he could escape the gravity of stalking harassment by casually driving up into this park and acting innocent. But I think there are very smart people out there who know the difference. Who know it is uncommon to see this many police officers everywhere you go. It is inappropriate. It is unlikely, and this is an indication of stalking behavior with a large number of police officers at your using a large number of police officers to do it, to escape the gravity of one single officer doing it. You, in the obviousness of that stalking behavior, you use a large number of people. So that's that officer and several other officers, cockroaches. I knew if I waited here, if I was here long enough, they would show up. And I'm certain you could normally be here any day and no police officer would drive up here. Even though this park, I read that sign. Someone was telling me with implants, well, this park is designated for Dane County sheriffs, so it may be rational that one of them would drive in here. Well, do they drive in here every 2 hours? Does Dane County sheriffs stop inside this park every 2 hours? I've only been here maybe 2.5 hours. Is that what they normally do? Do they drive in this park even though it's designated for them? Or it used to be a shooting range. Does the Dane County sheriffs drive up this ramp every 2 hours? Do they? I don't think so. I don't think they make it a routine to come up this driveway every two hours. Somebody told him I was here, or simply use implants. Some person in society who controls or communicates with people through implants told that officer, hey, just stop up there and see what he does. See if he says, go fuck yourself again. See if he's still fighting. See if we haven't taught him anything of value. See if he's still fighting. And he's still saying the same things, or planning to say the same things over again. Did we scare him? Did we hurt him? Did we destroy his energy? Did we take energy from him to make him stop telling? I'm never going to stop telling. I'm going to continue to tell until the day I die. This is the dumbest behavior and stupid. Stalking can be done by one person or several people all together. It doesn't matter. They just told me in my ears, well, the more people it is that are participating, the harder it is for anybody to criminalize them, because there's so many people. And that's what that police officer and several other police officers believe. There are too many of us to prosecute us. Your best bet is to give up, because no one's going to come after every single last one of us. It's impossible. Well, I'm going to keep fighting by myself. I don't need an army. I will keep fighting as long as I can by myself. If you're an officer and I see you show up to a place I am going to, I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself. It's happened too many times, and now the damage is done. And I think someone was aware of that. They knew that if you harass somebody long enough and you repeat the harassment anytime in the future, even if it's innocent and unrelated to that person, they will always know, will think it's the same as whatever history they have in the past. So somebody is setting this up so that anytime in the future, I'll more than likely say, go fuck yourself to the police officer who arrives to the location I go to, before or after me. They set this up. Someone planned to psychologically harass me a lot in a short period of time, or a lot over a long period of time, and then occasionally or casually do it for the rest of my life. And I think they're using implants to ensure that the casual harassment that they set up, that they did a lot of in a short period of time, continues for the rest of my life. That's what they're after. And someone just used implants in my ears to tell me I'm waiting for some woman to show up here to hurt her. Well, no, this park is probably far off the map. And they just said that's a typical place women go to. Parks that are far off the map. Well, I've been here for 2.5 hours, I haven't seen one female. So I don't, and they just told me, well, we use technology to tell all the females who normally come here not to come here. That's what they just said in my ears. But nevertheless, I still believe it's unlikely that anybody would come to such a small park. It's not big. I walked back there. I walked all over, and I honestly could tell you it's not big enough to attract women who like to walk, or people who like to walk long distances. It's a very, very small park. So this is like for people who only want to walk a short distance, or just want like a really short walk through the park. And I don't think anybody else would come here. So I think it's like an empty park, or it's isolated. It's an isolated park because it's a short distance walk everywhere. There's not too many like variations in the trail. So it's like you would get tired of this place really quick. You wouldn't want to keep coming back here because you get used to it very fast. So I don't think girls or guys, anybody, would be here. It's like someone decided to bring people here because I was here, and they hoped that I would cause an altercation with somebody I saw, like approach them, bother them, harass them, do something to them to have the police called. And I never did, but they brought the police here anyway because they expected, or they wanted me to see police officers here in this space to make me look like a bad guy, to make me look like the type of person who would cause an altercation that required police officers, even in a space like this, even in a place like this. But I didn't. I had the walk was very good. For me, the shorter walks are probably best for me. So these people are using implants to make everything I do harder, make everything I do very, very difficult to do. So walking long distances is 4 or 5 times harder for me because someone is doing something to my body that makes my body feel a lot heavier than it's supposed to be, and stopping me from breathing normally. So affecting your lungs while you're walking, and your muscles. I don't know if they're tight, making me work 2 or 3 times as hard as I should by tightening my muscles every time I take a step. Who knows? I don't really know. I'm speculating, but they're making it twice as hard for me. So when I got to walking this short path, I felt good. And I think somebody knew I was here, and they really wanted the police to show up here so that everybody could say, no matter where I go, even in a quiet place away from the city, away from town, police officers would still show up. So that cop participated in a storyline that didn't have gravity, didn't have any real weight to it, because I don't need police everywhere I go. And he decided to act like it was necessary anyways. So there's no gravity involved. I don't have that energy. I don't have the energy where I want to antagonize the people around me. I want to hurt the people around me. I don't have it. In fact, I'm searching for energy to improve and improve my life. I want to live longer, and I need somebody with a lot of resources to help me do that. And I've made it very clear it's reasonable, it's logical, and if somebody wanted to, they could do it. They could help. But other people want to see me look poor, look really poor in every perspective of character, personality, in the past, the present, and the future. And so even if they can't actually get it to happen, they're pretending like it's happening anyways. And they're using police officers to invade the space where they aren't needed. Oh, and to remind you you're a criminal, or to remind you of the past you're trying to escape. So they use things that you don't like, or that you can remember, or recollect, or recall, or trigger a memory. So a squad car would trigger a memory of all the past experiences. So if you were here thinking about physics, gravity, reality, improving, any of those cool things, you could easily be triggered to remember a bad thing when you see a police officer and you remember all the bad experiences you've had. And then the officer acts stupid. He acts like he has no clue who the guy with the earmuffs is, who's been wearing earmuffs for 5 years. Who is a guy wearing earmuffs with the sweatbands? The black guy, the easily identifiable black guy with a black Chrysler. Everywhere he goes. Who is that guy? That officer knew immediately who I was. And he decided, he came here for that purpose. And then he said, well, what the hell? I'm going to drive up here anyways. I'm going to antagonize him anyways. So, I guess that's what you get when you refuse to have sex with gay people. When you refuse to have sex with the gay community, they will tell as many lies as they possibly can and do as many things as they possibly can to hurt you and never get in trouble for it. And I guess if no one is there to stop them, there's numerous ways people can hurt you and look innocent at the same time. And I'm learning slowly from the gay community, working in police uniforms, working as prosecutors, working as in civilian clothes. I am learning how to hurt people without getting caught. And as long as there's no one there, no authority to stop these people, you will never in a million years stop somebody from hurting you, from stalking you, from group stalking. It's group stalking. It's not a myth. It's not a conspiracy. You can use a large group of people to stalk somebody. It's very easy. And you can control the stalking with implants. Now, I'm not smart enough to come up with that myself. I'm not smart enough to analyze or to logically plan out a way to hurt somebody with implants. I'm not that smart. What I can tell you is what I've seen and what I've heard. I mean, what I've heard and what I've seen. Heard with implants and seen with, in person what people can do to other people to hurt them. And then they'll lie. And they'll act like you're the bad guy using socialism. Well, we're good people because we have friends. Well, you're a group of friends doing bad things to somebody. And it's not hard to imagine that that's possible. It's not hard. It's not insane to say something like that because it's in the realm of possibilities. A group of people can do bad things and think and justify it because you tell yourselves, I think he's gay. And I think if I press one of his buttons, I can make him mad. And if I make him mad, maybe he'll go to jail. And if he goes to jail, he'll be in prison for so long around gay people that he'll start to have sex with them because those gay people don't play. Those gay people will intimidate and actually hurt him because they're already in jail. So their goal, that cop's goal, was to make me mad, make me say or do something, challenge me to say or do something I was just told I couldn't say or couldn't do. Maybe it'll work, but it doesn't work. It won't work because that's not my character. That energy I displayed wasn't mine. I was acting on someone else's energy because somebody antagonized me with the driving maneuver, and then a stalking behavior, following you over a long distance to ask you, why did you say something to them when they knew exactly what they did. So it was like a harassment, psychological harassment. You knew exactly why I said, go fuck yourself. You said gay and looked into the ground. It's harassment. So if you want to do that, I'm going to reply, go fuck yourself. You knew it then when you pulled up on me, and then you acted stupid. Well, you acted innocent while using intimidation. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? So you use implants. Maybe you had implants to help you change muscle features, change your facial features to aggression, while you were using your thoughts, your own mind, to play innocent. So the person looking at you can see the aggression, and they respond to that. They're not really listening to your words anymore. They can see the aggression in your face. It's really smart. It's really, really smart. So the person tried to play tough, and then he was treated with the same type of aggressive mentality, like ghetto mentality, and he decided to call the police. I guess that was a setup. It was a setup. I'm going to antagonize you, treat you aggressively, and then hopefully in this moment, you retaliate in a way that's criminal. Which is exactly what happened. Well, I don't know if that is exactly what happened. I guess that's up for the judge to decide. If in a state of fear, in that moment, when you're faced with intimidation and the psychology that you're being stalked or followed from one location to the next, and that somebody is lying to you about not knowing why you told them to go fuck yourself. So I guess it's anger, the invasion of privacy feeling from being followed. So anger, following feelings, unwanted following feelings, and a lie that really made you mad. So it's like a psychological piece of work that somebody came up with instantly, or they use implants to help that kid come up with a psychological tool to make somebody mad, and hope that the actions that follow are something you can use to get them in trouble. So I don't know this stuff. I don't know psychology. I don't know. I'm just telling you what happened, what my thoughts were, and what their behavior was, and what my thoughts were, and what my actions were. And I guess from all of that, you can get the picture that somebody is trying to get you in trouble. And it's only because you refuse to have sex with gay people. I refuse to have sex with gay people. I absolutely refuse. I will never in a billion years want to have sex with gay people. And somebody put implants in my body to change my mind and to coerce me or encourage me or tell me to do it anyways. Because it fit a willing gay person's lifestyle. If he could find a black person or find someone valuable that he could sell or use to fulfill his lifestyle. So the gay culture has a lifestyle of using other people, finding energy, other people, like a slave, like slave owners used to do. They used to find slaves to do their work. So the gay culture is manipulating or perverting the logic of humanity's purpose, and instead of finding free energy, they find any energy to improve their lives. So my energy, my genetics, my intelligence, my personality, my character, my laughter, my what people see of me is desirable. And if a gay person who is manipulating people around them, using me as a leverage for improvements, can get me to do what they say, they can continue to improve their lifestyle. So I don't know, random strange people want babies. This dude promised them I would give them babies. Or this dude promised them I would have sex with gay dudes. Or this dude promised them a valuable black person would do gay things in exchange for his continued success or his furthered success. And that's gay culture. And somebody found implants to help gay culture become a reality. And I'm not that smart. And that police officer you just saw was a participant. He was a criminal participant. And he looks innocent in his cop clothes, in his cop car, with his cop socialism, his smile. How you doing today, sir? That's great. You know what's going on over there? No? Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? So it's socialism and belittling. Well, and criminal behavior. So it's like it's not hard to believe. Well, you know of it. You've been around people enough. You've seen people do this, where they act innocent or they play with their best friends like nothing they just did was a bad thing. You know, some guy wakes up after he raped some girl and starts smiling. No, that's not an example. What's an example? Like the jockeys who bully the kid at school and then turn around and tell jokes to their best friend. Like, you saw that? You see that? High five. I just tripped that guy, or I took his homework. Like, it's okay. So the cop just did something that the jockeys call, you would see a jockey do in school, and that's trip somebody. And then he high-fived his best friend over there, like, hey, how you doing? High five. And now he's playing like everything he just did was okay with the school, with the kid, with life, with expectations, and any bystander who's watching would be okay with what he just did. But we all know tripping or stealing homework is bad. We all know stalking, group stalking, should be illegal. We all know implants should also be illegal. But yeah, I came here for peace. I came here for thoughts. I came here for freedom. I came here for hopefully the space, well, the path to get stronger. So I have the idea, but I don't have the path to take to make the idea come true. And I want to get closer to gravity. I want to get closer to gravity like the trees chose to do. The trees chose to grow down into gravity, to get stronger, and to have more strength. More strength, more density. More density, more life. More life, you're closer to immortality. And these trees are going to live a lot longer than us. And I can apply that same idea, the same idea the trees chose to take in evolution, to myself by creating more force in a smaller area. More force in a small area would make me stronger, just like the trees are. I'll stop getting bigger, I'll start getting denser. Denser and denser and denser. Stronger and stronger and stronger. In reality, this is gravity. And that gravity, I'll have gravity. So every step I take is like 20 steps, or 30 steps, or 40 steps, and it keeps getting stronger. So I keep getting faster. So you have longer life and greater strength, greater speed, greater stamina. And that's what I learned, well, from weightlifting. And that's what I found in nature. And I'm trying to apply the same ideas to myself. And you have bad characters with implants, bad characters in police cruisers, trying to take those ideas from me, trying to prevent me from having the ideas I just told you about. And now they're sitting back looking shocked because what I just said is incredibly intelligent. And there's no way a black person like me with no education would learn physics or apply physics to nature and weightlifting the way I did unless somebody told them. So I learned from weightlifting. Oh, I learned that from weightlifting. It took years to do. Nobody told me that these people using implants are using implants to teach me to have sex with gay people, electrocute my ears, electrocute my genitals, and mess with my thoughts so I make poor choices. But I'm telling the truth, and I learned weightlifting, physics, gravity, energy, ideas about nature by myself. And you have bad cops terrorizing people in cop clothes.